Hey there, I'm Kevin Colby, in case we haven't met. So the day I'm shooting this is called Giving Tuesday. I don't know when you're going to be watching this. I will be releasing this on Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is one of those things I find interesting. It comes on the heels of Black Friday and on the heels of Cyber Monday. It seems like it ought to be the reverse, but Giving Tuesday was actually established in 2012, and it quite simply says it was a simple idea, a day that encourages people to do good. And look, I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, and I try and live that every day to at least do good and give back a lot more than I take. So what I wanted to do is just take a few minutes and share 4 nonprofits that mean a lot to me and my family, and hopefully in this video you'll find out a little bit more about these organizations maybe you knew about, maybe you didn't know about, and just check them out. I will put a link to all of these down in the description, and just see if it's in your heart to donate to them, or maybe donate your time. It always just doesn't have to be money. And share this video too, simply because the more people that find out about these organizations, I think the better it is. First up is LGS, which stands for Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. Now, it's quite possible you haven't heard of this because it doesn't affect as many people globally as some other types of disorders. The reason it means a lot to us is because it's what our youngest son, we also refer to him as our little dude, it's what he has. His diagnosis is Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. And in a nutshell, it's a severe form of epilepsy. And he has seizures, and sometimes he has many seizures a night. Sometimes, on rare occasion, he may go a night without a seizure. They've even gotten so bad once they broke his leg. Right now, there's no cure. We pray there is one day, but it's a fantastic organization. I've been blessed enough to actually work with the group some, actually do a little consulting. And I did a video about one of their families, and I'll put a link to that down in the description. I think we called it our little Iron Man, but it's a nasty disorder that we're hoping and praying one day there will be a cure for. The next one is part of an organization called Samaritan's Purse, specifically Operation Christmas Child. We got involved with this long ago when our oldest were younger, and what it is basically, you can put together a Christmas box for a child somewhere around the world that just won't have anything unless you get something, and they do packing lists and things like that. Well, what we noticed this year is that not only did they have drop-off locations, but you could build a box online. You can pick out the gender of your child, boy, girl, and you can find items that they want and then ship it off to them, and it's phenomenal. A few years ago, I actually got to see this up close in person when I went on a mission trip to Honduras. And while we were there, they approached us and said, hey, look, we have a shipment of these boxes that got held up in customs. And at the time we were going to this beautiful orphanage out just in the mountain areas. And they said, would you take these boxes and hand them out to the kids? And we were like, absolutely. And I'm getting chills just as I recall the kids standing in line for I don't know how many hours waiting on a small box of just stuff and watching them open it. It's a memory I'll never forget. So I've seen firsthand what can happen when you participate with Operation Christmas Child through Samaritan's Purse. Absolutely life-changing. Next is Compassion International. Now, this one means a lot to me as well, like all of these do, but we actually, my family and I, we sponsor a little girl named Anae, and she is absolutely adorable. And I actually got to meet Anae when I went on another mission trip, this time to Ecuador with our church. It was also special because I got to take my oldest son and his fiance, his actually girlfriend at the time, who became his fiance, who's now his wife, and my daughter. So that was really cool. But among the many things we got to do there, and I actually documented the trip for our church. So if you want to see that video, that's in a link in the description as well. But we actually got to meet Anae. We got to hang with her, meet her mom. We took her some gifts to their beautiful little home, and it was just so cool. So if you're really looking for something neat to do that will impact a child's life globally, check out Compassion International. And a kid again. Now, my wife and I only heard about this maybe a year or two ago, and I think she found out in a Facebook group she's in. And this one is so cool, and again, means a lot to us. Their tagline is "Giving Illness a Time Out." And what they do, they put on events around the country. And actually, if you go to their website, you can find a chapter that's in your state. I think, I don't know this, I think every state is covered. But what they do is they put an event on and everything is paid for. So like we went to Carowinds, which is a theme park at the North Carolina, South Carolina border. We also went to the zoo, and they cover everything. They cover the ticket, the food, and things like that. But what's really cool is they cover it for the entire family. So like while we were there at Carowinds, there was a family of probably 5 beside us. Only one of the children was disabled, but the entire family got in free and got to eat free. And why that is amazing is because sometimes it's hard to get out and do things. And that's not a complaint, it's just a matter of life. But it is a phenomenal organization that creates these adventures for families that might not normally get them. And I know my family has benefited from it, and it's just amazing. Now look, I know there's a ton more nonprofit organizations that do amazing work, both here in the States and around the world. And I've actually been blessed with working with a lot of nonprofits with video marketing. So I know a lot of you guys out there in the nonprofit world, you're heroes, you do the work. So I wanted to share 4 of the ones that really meant a lot to me, to let you know a little bit more about them. Again, links to every one of these nonprofits are down in the description. Check it out. You know, donate if you can, donate time, pray for them, whatever you feel called to do on Giving Tuesday and beyond. Let's just make giving every day a thing. How about that? Hey, I'm Kevin Colby. Thank you so much for watching this special video, and I hope to see you in the next one.